Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. Mike 48. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Hey, Delta. Show it up. Topper. You're out.
On 1st and 10, Bates. Oh, he's going to take a shot right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
Freeman, a first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Royce Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Got some real estate inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Taylor on first down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 3rd down, Taylor. That's going to be caught. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you do.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
To throw on 2nd down, Bates. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, Bates. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
That one good for 33 and a first.
First down, Kansas City.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Miller running right. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Ready up! Mike, 56, right there. 56. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Go. Hey, watch your leg. 56 to Mike.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Buying time to his left. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Butker now to kick this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Running right, this is Freeman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play calls, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bates. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
6-6, pull it high.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. That's right, run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Just like that.
'They'll run with Miller. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches.
At the 50-yard line.
Check, 59. What we got?
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Good track. You draw quarters.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Go now. 60 outlaw. Hey, 4 down.
The tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
Protein spill. Check. 48's the mic.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
48's Mike. 48's Mike.
Right here.
Check 5.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bates. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 1st down. Bates. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. 2nd and 10. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Kill. Hard.
Off the play fake. Bates. He's going to let this go for the end zone. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Taylor. This is caught by Antonio Brown. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. So they'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Taylor trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Throwing to start the drive. Bates. He's going to air one out. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. He was looking for Daniels that time. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Bates. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Set 60 or.
You got nothing to run.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Christian, travel.
Watch the run, watch the run. Wide, get wide.
Fair.
To throw on 2nd down, Bates. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Down. 70. Indy.
Yo.
Let go.
They'll run with Lindsey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
He's not going to get me.
61, matchbox lights. 5.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Again, it's Miller. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Again, it's Elliott. And some strong running. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
3rd and long, it's Taylor. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
56. 56, right there. 56. He's tired of winning. He's tired of us.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And some space here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen, because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Set up.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Bates. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown the last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chiefs will take over at their own 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. 2nd and 10 now, it's Taylor. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
Or the mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 36. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Look at me. Go. Ready?
To throw on 3rd down. Bates, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
That's it, baby. We got one.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. They come out here in the I. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Bates. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time, because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much, as he'll get forward for about a couple. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
They go to Elliott again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Let's get it.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
In your face.
From the gun, it's Taylor, and that is incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Set, ready? 15 line. 15 line.
On first down, Freeman. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Broncos on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, wahoo!
Operating from the gun, Bates. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they can hold him.
This is Elliott. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. From midfield now, here's Taylor. That one complete to Elliott. Past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He'll look to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. This one caught by Crowder. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. He's back to throw. Crowder's got it over the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's complete as he goes right back to Crowder. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. This defense making some plays right now, aren't they?
And they look like a group that really locked in before this series started. Read their scouting reports, got back to reading their keys, and playing with excellent leverage up front.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
On 4th down, Bates. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Here we go, here we go. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Kansas City, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, I'm in the west, I'm in the rest, I never switch, ice in the rest, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch and you won't get it. You know they kept in the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist, but I bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not safe.